Abandoned amusement parks always have a strange, heavy energy about them. The kind that settles deep in your bones long before you realize why. The rusted rides, the peeling paint, the silence where laughter once lived. But beyond these giant cement barricades in Wichita, Kansas, there was something far worse lurking inside the ruins of Joyland. It had Louie. Louie the Clown wasn't the usual cheerful park mascot. He didn't wave at kids. He didn't look at the crowd. He didn't even acknowledge life happening around him. Instead, Louie sat behind the massive Wurlitzer organ, his back turned to the world, his plastic hands frozen on the keys, and before him, propped carefully on the organ shelf, was a mirror placed just for him. Parents saw a harmless mechanical puppet, but children saw something else entirely. Because Louie never waved at Joyland. Louie waved at himself. Mesmerized by a reflection no one else could understand. His painted smile was too wide, too fixed, too knowing, and his eyes, even behind the chipped paint, seemed aware. Some kids said Louie's reflection moved differently than he did. Some swore the mirror showed him smiling, even when his mask hadn't shifted at all. The nightmares didn't start right away. At first, it was just an uneasy feeling, like Louie's eyes followed them through the park, even though his head never moved. But then, the dreams came. Dreams of a different Louie, not the bright, balloon-covered costume, not the playful blue and red makeup. This was someone or something totally different. He was a darker version, a Louie with sharp, pointed teeth, hollow eyes, a smile stretched far past what a human face should manage, a creature pretending to be a clown, but failing. Some children refused to return to Joyland at all. Others still won't talk about him. Not as adults, not ever. Because the Louie in their dreams felt like he was trying to climb out of the dream and into the room with them. And only to add to the terror and mystery, Louie vanished. The park was still standing, the ride still rusted in place, but Louie was simply gone. No one saw anyone take him. No break-in reports, no footprints. nothing disturbed. It was as if he got up from that organ bench and walked out on his own. Rumors swept Wichita. Some whispered that Louie finally left his reflection behind. Others said he had unfinished business and was no longer content waving at himself. Parents joked. Children cried. Teenagers dared each other to sneak past the barricades to see if Louie was really gone, and they confirmed it. The bench was empty, the mirror still propped in place. But the clown, who spent decades staring at himself, had disappeared without a trace. It wasn't until nearly a decade later that the truth finally surfaced. Louie wasn't destroyed. Louie wasn't scrapped. Louie wasn't abandoned. Louie was found, sitting silently in the corner of a former Joyland employee's basement. A dark, dust-choked basement, the kind where nothing should survive without being covered in inches of grime. And yet, while dust blanketed the walls and clung to every inch of the floor, nothing had settled on Louie. He was spotless, impeccably maintained, as if someone had been caring for him all this time. Or worse, as if he demanded it. He still wore that same plastered smile, crooked, too wide, the kind of smile that felt like it was hiding a secret no one could ever prove. But the most unsettling part? Louie looked different. His hands had taken on the shape of a man's. His head seemed more human now, the angles softer. His posture disturbingly relaxed, as if he didn't have a care in the world. As if he had settled into that chair on his own. As if he had finally become comfortable. It was as though he were waiting for the audience that had long since disappeared. No one knows how he got there. The former employee denied taking him, and no one else admitted involvement. Louie, of course, said nothing. But the children who once dreamed of him say this part doesn't surprise them at all. Because in their nightmares, Louie always moved without sound, always found them, no matter where they hid, and always stared into an invisible mirror, smiling only at himself, until he walked toward them. And even some adults in their 40s, 50s, and 60s say the same thing. I still dream about him. Maybe the real Louie is gone. Maybe he's sitting quietly somewhere, waiting for the audience he lost decades ago. Or maybe, just maybe, the Louie they found in the basement wasn't the one who disappeared. And the one children saw in their dreams The one with teeth, the hollow eyes, the smile that's too wide, never actually left Joyland at all. Some things don't need rides or crowds to come back to life. Sometimes a reflection is all it takes. Copyright 2025, Paranormal Tendency, a division of Haunted Soul Productions. All rights reserved. Thanks for watching.